With days left in his presidency, the Biden administration has finalized a large loan agreement with Rivian Automotive. Rivian said the $6.6 billion loan will help speed up construction of a Georgia plant. The plant will be used to make second and third generation vehicles. The money comes from the Department of Energy's Advanced Technology Vehicles Manufacturing Loan Program. Some members of the incoming Trump administration have criticized the deal, including Vivek Ramaswamy, a leader of the incoming Department of Government Efficiency.